How's it going, everyone? My name is FlameHorizon, your coach of the Minnesota Lycan Rocks. I am letting you know that Week 4 and Week 5 for APA Academy are going to be stitched together in this video. First is going to be against Shaquaza and the Dallas Starmies. Second is going to be against Platinum Howler and his Delta Glygars. Also, don't mind the mess behind me. I need to clean my room. I need to get things organized. I've been living in this house for like 2 weeks now. Don't mind the mess. I also didn't turn off the green screen. I took it off the back because I don't really like having it there. I'm going to clean up the mess. I'll make it look nice behind me for the next video. Starting after this video, you might not see as much face cam because the computer I'm using right now doesn't really use face cam too well. But like I said, this is going to be Week 4 and Week 5 stitched together. If you guys enjoy the video, leave a like at any point. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and God bless. What's going on, guys? My name is FlameHorizon, your coach of the Minnesota Lycan Rocks, and I'm coming at you with APA Academy Week 4 against Shaquaza. I forgot his team name off the top of my head because I'm an awful human being. It'll be in the thumbnail, you guys will see it. However, going into this game, going into this video, I want to preface by saying my footage got corrupted. I recorded it. It was on my old computer as well. As you guys saw the video that went up yesterday, the day before, whenever this is going to be uploaded today. As you guys saw the video that uploaded yesterday, my good computer had crashed, so I did lose that file. But even before that, the recording had corrupted. So now I have things set up on my new laptop, as you can see. As I can see, it's right here. But everything's working. So my opponent did send me their footage. And I do want to, he also said he wants to apologize for the quality. I apologize for the quality as well. It's not, it's going to be a little choppy, but we'll get the gist of things as we go. Soon I'll have a new computer, so I'll be able to do my recordings better. But for now, this is what we got. So let's get right into things. My team, let's back up a little bit. So my team, as you can see, is on the left side, right over here. I have Lapras, Gigantamax Lapras, Corviknight, Alolan Raichu, Torkoal, Aselgor, and Persian. Persian has Fake Out, Play Rough, I believe, Covet, which Covet's actually stronger than Body Slam with Technician, and U-Turn. Aselgor is Throat Spray, Bug Buzz with coverage moves. Torkoal is Rocks, Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Rapid Spin. This is Scarfed. This is the Scarf set I brought against mid, so it can outspeed a Scarfed Kyurem if he decided to bring a Scarfed Kyurem. This is Bulk Up, U-Turn, Roost, Brave Bird. This thing, once the mouse is gone and once the Salazzle is gone, basically comes in and wins once these two are gone. It sets up either in the face of this or it sets up in the face of this. And Gigantamax Lapras is 3 attacks. Might be 4 attacks. I forget exactly off the top of my head. My team was built on my other computer, so I don't even have the team really anymore. But we'll get right into the battle here. And like I said, it's going to be a little choppy, so y'all will have to bear with me here. He leads off with his... I led off with Torkoal as he led off with his Morpeko. And I get my Drought up. I do believe I went for Rocks turn 1 as he Volt Switches. Let me go back a bit. Yep, he's going to Volt Switch, and then he's going to switch out into, I think, Sylveon of all things. Oh no, I was Sludge Bomb on this set for Sylveon. I wasn't Solar Beam. I didn't have Solar Beam on it this week because I wasn't going to leave this in against Blastoise, because Blastoise is kind of a good free switch into this. And I have things reversed, so that way I'm still on the left side. So again, bear with me. Okay? He's going to go out into Sylveon here, thinking that he's going to take a hit. I do just get my Rocks up. We'll skip forward a bit. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball, which isn't going to take me out. It'll bring me down quite low, though, as I go for the Sludge Bomb to see how bulky he is. This lets me know that he's max HP at least, but doesn't have any SPDEF. As you can see here, he's Specs. We can see the items that he brought, which is kind of what I predicted. Now I believe he's going to go out. Oh no, he's gonna stay in and click a move, I believe. So I switch out. I go into my Persian there, and he is going to just go for another Shadow Ball. But because I kind of knew he was Specs from that, or at least some form of choice, so I knew the Shadow Ball was coming. So I got that free switch into Persian. I believe he's gonna switch out into Blastoise here, and he has the Metronome on there. That's a little weird. And he's going to switch out into the Blastoise. I'm going to go for Fake Out. And this Fake Out is going to do a decent amount. Oh no, I went for U-Turn because I did predict the switch there. I went for U-Turn for momentum. And I U-turned out right into a Lolachu. I had no reason not to. And now I realized he didn't have a ground type, so I have the freest Volt Switch of my life. And then I can just go right back out into Persian on this thing and click Fake Out, as I believe he clicks Mystical Fire, but it doesn't matter because Fake Out is going to go with the flinch. I did get the crit on the... So let me go back. I got the flinch, brought him down to 14. I then went for U-turn, either predicting him to stay in or going for a switch. If he went for a switch, I would have had momentum. U-turn, I knew KO'd here. As you're going to see, this U-turn does crit, but I calced it as soon as it happened, and the crit didn't matter. I did a minimum of 9%, and 14 was less than 9%. I think that was like 3%. So I go out... What did I go out and do? I went out and back into my Alolachu. And he is going to go out into, I believe, his... And whatever he goes into here, I knew I could just Volt Switch and get the heck out of there. So he went out into his Flapple. And we're going to see he's going to actually Gigantamax and go for the Max Darkness. And I was like, oh, there's really nothing that this Gigantamax Pokemon can do to my Corviknight. Excuse me. So I Volt Switch out. I do a decent amount for a quad resisted hit. And I'm going to go out into Corviknight. I can take any hit this guy has to throw at me. And I know he's physical, so the Spadef drop from the Max Darkness off the Sucker Punch isn't going to stack up damage. As we can see right there, it didn't do too much because I am a fairly bulky Corviknight set this week, as you normally are with Corviknight. And he really can only just go for Max Darkness because the other moves are going to be either quad resisted or dual resisted. So I just have to click Roost every turn here. So every turn that he goes for a move, I click Roost. And then he went for another one. I click Roost. I'm just stalling out. Stalled out his Gigantamax. So his Gigantamax is now gone. I don't have to worry about it. And after this, he does go out into... I think he goes out into the mouse. He's thinking about going into Salazzle, but he goes out into the mouse, I believe. He went out into the Blastoise. I think trying to set up a Shell Smash of some sort. But I went for the U-turn on his switch. And then, I just get the freest switch, the freest U-turn into my Raichu. To my Alolachu. And like I said, freest Volt Switch. Every time that Alolachu comes in, I just have to click Volt Switch. And right here, he does just let his Blastoise go down. His Blastoise was a win con, so I did not agree with this. Because if he had set up to +2 with Shell Smash, it would have outsped Raichu. And with enough chip on some other things, that Blastoise could have won. So I do not agree with him sacking off that Blastoise. But from here on out, now I just kind of win. Because we're going to see he goes out into this. I do just go for Fake Out for chip. He has default. Okay. I go for Fake Out for chip. If I'm not wrong. Yep, I went for Fake Out for the chip damage, which does a lot because I am Silk Scarf again. Oh no, I believe it was Expert Belt. I was Expert Belt for the better Play Rough damage. I was either Play Rough or Throat Chop. I forget which one I was. I don't know. My set's gone, like I said, because my computer died. I'm a good thing I have this backup one. But we're going into this. So he went for Drain Punch on my Switch. And right here, I do click Bulk Up in this thing's face, if I'm not mistaken. He goes out into Salazzle. No, I went for Brave Bird. And Brave Bird, even without the crit, just cleaned up shop there. So Brave Bird was able to take out the Salazzle on the switch in. So that's one thing that's stopping Edelgard gone. And then next turn, this turn, he goes out into the mouse, I believe. Yep, he went out into the mouse. I, of course, switch out into my Alolachu as he goes for the Aura Wheel. See, and that's the electric type this turn, so I can take that pretty easily. So now, I didn't know how much speed he had. So this turn for me was kind of a risk. I'm like, if he has enough speed, he can outspeed me. If he doesn't have max speed, if he has max speed, he outspeeds me. If he doesn't have max speed, I outspeed him and kill him with a Focus Blast if I hit. And we all know the last time I tried to use Focus Blast to this thing, it didn't go over too well. But we're going to see, I believe I just went for Focus Blast. Yep, Focus Blast does come out through, so we'll go back to the bit so you can see it. Focus Blast is going to come through right here, and it is going to take the mouse down. Aura Sphere looks so much like a Spirit Bomb. I really hope they did that on purpose. And Mighty Mouse is going to go down. And basically, with his last two Pokemon, I can Volt Switch out and go into Corviknight. Yep, Corviknight comes in. And I'll let you guys know, I do just set up to +6 with Bulk Up, because I start Bulk Up spamming and roosting, because I want to be able to guarantee an OHKO on this, because if I can't guarantee an OHKO, this dude is going to Drain Punch me, get health back, and it's going to be a stall war. So I do just have to Bulk Up as much as I can to guarantee an OHKO, so that way this thing can't pull it back. So we're going to see the Bulk Up spam, the Roost spam, and let's skip forward just a little bit here. And after a while, he stops going for Bulk Up. I do click the Brave Bird. On the turn I got to +6, I clicked Brave Bird. The Brave Bird is going to pick up the OHKO. And as you can see, I still have 6 Pokemon left. He has 1. I did the calc to make sure that this Flapple coming in couldn't kill me with Sucker Punch plus Recoil, because I do need the 6-0. Because I'm very poor in differential right now, as well as, you know, I'm 0-3 minus whatever. So he's going to go out into his Flapple, and the Sucker Punch does come off, but it doesn't do much. And then I'm going to pick up the KO on this thing with the Brave Bird, and we pull off a 6-0 victory against Shayquaza. I do want to apologize for playing like a degenerate, but I really needed the win. And, you know, just the U-turning and Volt switching around, I really needed a win here. So I'm really glad I was able to pull off that 6-0 victory for the first win of the season. Let's hope next week against Platinum Howler, first of all, my file isn't corrupt, we can pull off another W, and I'm able to start bringing things back here, because starting off with three losses was kind of hard. So now coming in with this win, I believe I'm 1-3 minus, I think I'm like -9. So, you know, it's still kind of bad. But hopefully this next week we can pull off a pretty decent win and start pulling things back up. I play Platinum Howler tonight. We were planning on playing yesterday, but, you know, my computer crashed. So I play him tonight. And the video will go up on Friday, so you guys will see that then. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and God bless. What's going on, guys? My name is FlameHorizon, your coach of the Minnesota Lycanrocs. This is week 5 of the AP Academy versus Platinum Howler and his Delta Gligar's. So this is also going to be my opponent's footage, because my footage got corrupted again this week. So it's going to be just like the video before this, where I'm on this side, and I have the things flipped, so that way it looks like I'm still on the left. But we are going to click play, and we are going to go through turn by turn about what happens. So, as you can see, I lead off with Cheetar as he leads off with the Caparaja. And he is going to actually predict my switch. Oh, he's going to go for Stealth Rock. He's going to go for Stealth Rock, okay? And as he goes for the Stealth Rocks, I believe I went for my own rocks. I did go for my own rocks. And then it's his next turn, I was like, okay, I can't stay in and take a Iron Head or Heavy Slam from this thing. So I am going to switch out into my Corviknight, but he is going to predict that. And as you can see, Corviknight comes in, he is going to predict that. And he goes for the Heat Crash this turn. And I think I'm very sad that this happened. It was a good prediction on his part, so I can't really be mad. But now my Corviknight is just kind of butchered for the rest of the game. So it's very, very unfortunate. I do believe I double out into my Lapras, because my Lapras is the only thing that can really take a hit. And he is going to go for the Heat Crash again, and it's still going to do quite a lot. But not as much as it did to the Corviknight. And I believe I just Gigantamaxed here. Yeah, I just Gigantamaxed here because there isn't really anything I could do. I had to try to pick up the weight for not killing, or for doing that, for getting out predicted, I guess is the word there. What move did he go for? I think I outspeed. I definitely outsped, and I just went for the Max Geyser because I didn't want the Sand Up anymore, because I don't want Rhea taking sand damage. But he goes for the Iron Head, so he was able to outspeed me there. And I just go for the Max Geyser to get rid of the to get rid of the, what's it called? To get rid of the sandstorm. And I do get the crit, which kind of sucks for my opponent. We're going to see later that the crit doesn't really matter. This turn, I do just finish him off with the G-Max Resonance. He's not going to be doing enough to take me out. I barely lived that. I think I was on like 2 HP. I am going to take him out with the G-Max Resonance. And he goes right out into Obsidian, the Necrozma there. And as you can see, he has Brick Break. He does click the Brick Break to get rid of my screens and take out Rhea. So Rhea does go down, and as you can see, I'm playing. So for those of you who don't know me, if I get outplayed or if I misplay in any way, I kind of get a little flustered, which is a kind of a flaw of mine. I have to work past that, and I play like crap the rest of the game. So I go out into Go Lurk here, and I believe, what did he do here? I believe he goes out into his Torkoal. And, oh no, he went into Heliolisk. And I was thinking, you know what, there's no way that this thing has Grass Knot. He's definitely running... There's no way it has Grass Knot. He's definitely running Surf to abuse my weather. We are going to see that he does have the Grass Knot right there. I double out into my T-Tar. And I shouldn't have done this. You'll see why later, but I shouldn't have gone out into T-Tar. Because I thought, you know, oh, the sand is going to be up. When the sand comes up, then I can live the Surf better. But no, he went for the Grass Knot, and it's going to do a crap ton of damage. It is enough to 2-hit KO. So I do just sack my T-Tar here, which is one of my biggest threats. I go out into Persian. And Persian, again, you know, comes in. And I do click Fake Out on his... I think I clicked U-turn, actually, because I predicted the switch. He goes out into Franklin. I think I might have clicked U-turn, but I might have clicked Fake Out. Yep, I clicked U-turn, predicting the switch. And then I went out into my Go Lurk. I believe I clicked Earthquake, because Earthquake KO'd from this range. And I believe I outsped, too. Trying to remember. We'll wait for it to show up so I don't skip past it. Because I was like, why wasn't he Drought? That was my question. I think he was Shell Armor to protect from crits. I could be wrong. But I do just go for the Earthquake, and the Earthquake should be enough to take this thing out, if I remember correctly. Yep, Franklin does go down. And it is now, I think, 4-4, so it's still pretty even, or 4-3, so it's still fairly even. He goes out into the Heliolisk here, and here you're going to see why I should have just stayed in. So when I ran the calc, I didn't know that Grass Knot wouldn't KO. The calc was telling me Grass Knot would KO. The calc was 100% telling me if he was max special attack timid, Grass Knot should KO. Like, not Specs. I took Specs off just in case he wasn't Specs. Specs KO'd. Even not Specs KO'd. So I don't know how much special attack he had. But I lived fairly well. And I go for the Earthquake and take this thing out. So I sacked T-Tar for nothing. And I'm still mad at myself about that play. But, you know, it's what happens. So... Sandstorm subsided. And now I think he goes out into the Glade. And I'm like, well, I don't really have a switch into this thing. So I just sack it off as he goes for the Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade takes me out. So that's very unfortunate. I only have a couple Pokemon left. Skip ahead a bit. I go out into my Acelgor, so I'm like, okay, well, I gotta kind of go for broke here. I am the Throat Spray Bug Buzz set. So I do just go for Bug Buzz. As he Poison Jabs. Poison Jab doesn't do enough to KO. I go for the Bug Buzz, and even with the +1, it doesn't do enough to hit KO, so it's very sad. So I get that boost. As he goes for the Poison Jab does enough to 2-shot, and because of the lefty's recovery here, I am not able to 2-hit KO with my own Bug Buzz. But he does switch out into Annabelle, the Mimikyu. I break the Disguise. He just goes for Shadow Sneak to finish me off. And then my last Pokemon is the Corviknight, which goes down to a Shadow Claw, as you see there. So we did lose 3-0. We are now 1-4, with a pretty bad differential. I actually think I had one thing. I have one thing left. Yeah, it's my Persian. But Persian has Throat Chop, and Throat Chop doesn't really do enough. We'll see here. He goes for the Play Rough. Play Rough takes me out. So we just lost 3-0. We are now 1-4. I'm kind of sad with how this league is going, but there is some stiff competition. So someone has to lose, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to come back from this and I probably won't make playoffs. If I do, it will be some miracle. But I want to thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you are new. I will see you all in the next video. Take care and God bless.